guys, and welcome to our first video in our new channel and hopefully growing community, Attic PC Guy. It is the first video I'm making and a sort of an introduction, and this will be a channel dedicated to computers in general, from basic maintenance to assembly, installing new components, and hopefully in the future I'll be trying to get a bit more in the case modding scene. But the main focus of this channel will be case modding, maintenance, and that sort of thing, aimed mostly at beginning users and not so much the more advanced, more difficult kind of thing. So I'll try to keep things simple because I am also not very experienced in the matter. As a matter of fact, I have just completed my first case mod, and prior to that, I had only done normal stuff like installing new components, maintenance, cleaning. So my own knowledge is mostly self-learned. I do not have any formal education in the matter. I have not studied IT or anything of the sort. So what I do know, I have learned from trying it myself and researching it myself. And because of that, I will say it right now, I will not be doing things that will be super expensive or I'll not be telling you to get our hardware that is super expensive either, because I have not so far I am not working with any sponsors. This is strictly a one-man operation. It's just me and the stuff that I have and the stuff that I will be getting and upgrading in the future. So you are not going to be seeing me drilling holes in an RTX 2080 Ti and that sort of thing that will quite possibly destroy your hardware. You're not going to see me do that and risk an expensive pieces of hardware, because I am basically a guy just like the average person. I work my standard 8-hour day. I don't get an awesome pay either, so I'm not going to be throwing money out there just because for the sake of a video. So that said, this channel will not have very advanced stuff, but you also not encounter stuff that is very risky and that you're gonna look at it like, yeah, I'm never gonna try that. That's crazy. That guy's just insane drilling into hardware like that and risking destroying it. So yeah, that will be the main focus of this channel, and I will try to keep things. Like I said, try to keep things on the simpler matters so that it's accessible to as much people as possible. I will have focus on mostly guides, tutorials. I will do reviews of whatever hardware I can get my hands on, but like I said, whatever hardware I do get is mostly for personal use. I'm not going to be having a hardware for specifically for review purposes unless I get some kind of sponsoring, which right now at this point is not very likely because I'm not a big YouTuber or a big reviewer that just gets stuff sent to them left, right, and center. I will also not be getting hardware of every single generation that comes out. So, in terms of reviewing, my experience is limited, and it will probably not be very extensive either, because, like I said, I'm on my own in this so far. Hopefully, with your help, I will be able to expand this community and have more viewers, more content, and eventually that hopefully might lead to more exposure, and that will bring more reviews and more possibility for me to get sponsored and help make new videos and new content for you guys. So hopefully that will go well. And yeah, other than that, I hope to, in the near-ish future, delve a bit more into the case modding scene. I have done my first project recently. It turned out quite well. You can check the progress and how it is right now in my videos that I will be uploading shortly. I will put a link here in this video as well and a few comments. Other than that, I will soon try to get better recording equipment so that I can record my future projects and you guys can see them better. Also that so that I can well, just in general tape things better, because let's face it, it's not really amazing to make videos on your phone and use them as footage for your videos. It's also not ideal to have to use things like webcams and such. And yeah, hopefully I will get something like that soon so that I will be able to produce better quality content for you guys. Right now, let's small introduction. Again, like I said, I have no formal education in the matter. I work a regular 9 to 5 job, completely unrelated to any IT business or computers or anything of the sort. So, like I said, it's mostly all self-learned and self-researched. It's what the average person can expect to know and achieve when you're just doing it as an amateur in your spare time. I have ventured into the case modding project by building my own computer desk, like I said before. And this channel is named because as you might have seen if you have researched things of the matter, a lot of people have dedicated workspaces, garages, whatnot, so that they can work on their projects. Myself, I have my very rudimentary attic with my very rudimentary tools, which are actually mostly borrowed. That's another point that I'll have to improve on if I'm going to delve on that scene anytime soon. And yeah, so the channel name is basically a humorous take on the fact that my projects are built on my very dusty, very dirty, very bare attic. So yeah, that would be me, attic PC guy, uh, at your service. And yeah, so thanks for the attention, guys. Make sure to, if you like me, would like to have more content and more guides, tutorials, handy comments, that sort of thing, aimed at the beginner slash intermediate crowd of PC enthusiasts, make sure to spread um, the link and the news of this channel's foundation, let's call it. I would very much like to have a bit of a bigger community that would enable me to have a bigger reach out there, and that would hopefully help me get sponsors and that sort of thing. Because not so much, it's not like I'm in this to get free stuff sent to me by manufacturers or anything of the sort. No, not at all. But I would like to be more active in the case modding scene. And that's difficult to do when you are just on your own and you actually have to pay for everything yourself because, well, components are expensive, as you know. If I were to do a project right now from scratch, counting video cards, motherboards, CPUs, all that stuff, that's something that is quite expensive. It's one thing to buy a PC for yourself for your use. It's another thing to work on the project for the fun of it, basically, and have to buy everything yourself. And you are basically gambling if if you are going to be able to sell it as a commission or something, or if you are even going to get all your money back that you spent on that. So yeah, sponsors help a lot in that, even if it's the tinier things like cables or whatever. Everything helps when you are not getting material, when you have to get materials at retail price like I do. It's an expensive hobby to have, let's face it. And yeah, I would like to, at the very least, not lose hundreds of euros slash dollars every time I want to do a project because I have a nice idea and oh my god, that might look nice. And it's a passion, and you just want to bring your idea into reality and see it made, and it's very satisfactory at the end of it. But end of the day, we are all people, and we all have to live somehow and that means that not as much as you would like can go into your hobbies. So yeah, there's that. yeah, so hopefully this channel might be a way to be more out there, providing a service to you people, and also to be a bit more out there in the whole reviewer scene that might help me achieve that goal of basically creating works that are functional and that perform well, and also pleasant to the view and aesthetically pleasant. So yeah, if you guys could give me a hand, subscribe, like, share, link it to your friends. Let's try to get this off the ground. Right now, I have a very, very small community, but like I said, hoping it will change. In the future, I might also open commissions for desk-built PCs. It's something that I've tried now as my very first project. It came out quite well, and I have learned a lot from it. And as much as I am pleased with my own result, I already have a lot of ideas to improve and to build on for the next time, so that it will be even better. So I might very soon in the future open up commissions for building desk PCs for people. Obviously, not for free, but I'm not going to charge much over the material costs, to be quite honest, because one of my goals is to make things like this. If I go into the business of making this kind of setups for people, I plan to keep it as affordable as possible, so that as much people as possible can enjoy having such a setup, and so that such a setup can actually grow and become more of a thing now, more of a mainstream thing now than just a few guys that like to experiment and that like to build things like this. So I might go into that, obviously locally. I live in Holland and in the Netherlands. Obviously, shipping it all over the place would be a challenge, but I plan to start that and get try to get the word out there, and in my free time, because this is an important point, I still have my job. In my free time, delve in a bit into that and see where that leads me, and hopefully I will get somewhat good at it, and that will go somewhere, hopefully. Anyway, I am open to any ideas or requests of content that you guys would like. I already have a couple of videos lined up to do, but like I said, I am limited in what I can do video-wise in terms of reviews and tutorials. I am limited by the hardware that I have because I have my own PC and my wife has her own PC, and that's basically about it. I don't have spare gear to be doing tutorials on, or a benchmark table that I can, or a spare case with a hard drive and processor and graphics card that I can put together and take apart easily to be filming. Hey guys, this is how you do this and that. So yeah, I might try to get some, older, worn, secondhand stuff that still works so I can use it as a sort of let's call it an tutorial setup, so I can show people how to, okay, this is how you connect this and that, how this you do this and that. If you want to do maintenance, do it like this and that, and that sort of thing. Right now I don't have one yet, but yeah, I'll be on the lookout. And yeah, if you guys like me believe that the internet and the community in general could use yet another. I know there's plenty out there. But yeah, if you think that the world could use a channel like this, aimed more at the beginning and intermediate users, that will not be playing and throwing around thousands of dollars worth of hardware just for the sake of a tutorial, then please if you would be so kind, and if you enjoy the idea and believe in it, then please spread awareness of the channel. Give me some ideas and tips and suggestions of the sort of content that you would like. What would you like to know? What do the people around you that would like to learn how to do things like this, what are their questions? What do they need to know? What would they like to see? How it's done? Is it how to connect a hard drive? Is it how to plug? Is it how to do the proper wiring to a motherboard and while building a PC? Is it how to select components that go together well in a build that they're gonna be getting? Is it how to sleeve their cables and such? You name it. If it's not super difficult, I will do my best to do a tutorial video. Obviously, if you are going to ask me to get, like I said before, to get a RTX 2080 Ti and start drilling holes into it, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna call you crazy and have fun, because I don't have one myself. Right now, my setup is GTX 960 and ASRock 897 with a i5 4460 processor. I'm looking into upgrading, but that's about it right now. It's not impressive, I know. I'm sure you've seen plenty of other YouTubers and reviewers with their monster setups, and you're looking at this now and yeah, this guy's crazy. What the hell is this guy doing online? That's a reflection. That's a reflection of the sort of public that I'm trying to achieve, which is your basic gamer slash enthusiast crowd that has a middle range, let's call it PC, that would like to know how to do stuff. Doesn't have to be on top of the line. It doesn't have to be amazing. It has to do what you have need for, and yeah, it has to work, and it has to be slightly affordable. So that's basically it. That's how it goes. It's the same story for the desk that I've built. You look at most of those desks and you think, oh wow, that's thousands of dollars, that's the euros, dollars, whatever, that are buried in there. And in most cases, yeah, it is. But you look at them and you start looking at the components and it's all end of the top of the line. It's all massively water cooled. It doesn't have to be that way, and that's one of the goals of the channel that I'm building is to give people the knowledge that it doesn't have to be super expensive, super difficult, and super sponsored and all that. Like, you heard what components I have. It's completely air cooled. My desk, not completely, I have to admit. It's air cooled via 5 fans that are just blowing air, and then I do have a slight bit of water cooling. I have an AIO cooler, which is only cools the CPU. And quite honestly, I have it, sure, and that cost a bit, but it was absolutely not necessary. I just did it because as a preparation to upgrade in the future, and if I wanted to overclock in the future. But as it is, it's not necessary. That's the goal of this channel: simple, affordable, and yet providing you with knowledge and yeah, hopefully some fun. So yeah, get the word out there if you can, and if you are willing to help. And hope you enjoy all my content. As I said, I'm open to any suggestions and any ideas of what you guys want to see. And I will see you next time. Enjoy.